What's up YouTube, it's GhostRider15 here, back at it again with another Edison format video. And today's video is going to be a video of a tier list for the decks that are the most hated decks in the format, all the way to the decks that are the least hated. So yeah, I have it categorized by hated the most, some hate it, a few hate it, and nobody hates it. Keep in mind, this is just my opinion, but based on what I've seen, I'm going to go off of that. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. Alright, so starting off with Frogburn. So Frogburn is a deck that can be annoying because of all the burn damage that it can do. Burn isn't really popular in Edison, but it's still very annoying to lose to burn cards. If you're a GOAT format player, you understand why. And yeah, I think this deck belongs in the some hated category. It's not like very hated, but some people do hate it. Next up is Vayu Turbo. Vayu Turbo, out of like the popular decks, like the top tier decks, this is probably like the least hated. I think most people actually enjoy playing this or playing against it for the most part. I personally don't, but most do from what I've seen. So I would put this one in a few hate it. Next up is Gemini. Let's be real here. Nobody hates Gemini. It's not a good deck, and there's nothing broken about it that people hate on. So it just goes into the nobody hates category. Next up is Gladiator Beast. Gladiator Beast is very, very hated. A lot of people hate Gladiator Beast. So many people wish that they would never get paired up against Gladiator Beast, myself included. So Gladiator Beast goes in the hated by most category. Next up is Diva Hero Beat. So Diva Hero Beat is a deck that I think most people are fine with. I don't really see anyone talking bad about the deck. Nobody really hates it. It's a very balanced and fair deck, so I'll put it in nobody hates it. Diva Zombie, you know, it's not very popular anymore, and even when it was, I don't think most people hated playing against it. I think a lot of people enjoy its playstyle and playing against it. I mean, very few actually did complain about it, so I'll just put it in a few hate it. Next up is Forgs. Forgs is automatically going to go in the hated by most category. I know a lot of Edison players who hate Forgs because of its playstyle, its Colossal Armor Yarn multi-K. So yeah, Forgs is going in hated by most. Next up is Frog Hero. So Frog Hero is a deck that most people enjoy playing against from what I've seen. There are a few people who do complain about it, but for the most part, not really. So I'm going to put it in a few hate it. Next up is Blackwings. So Blackwing is a pretty hated deck, but not hated by most, I think. There's still a lot of players who do enjoy playing with Blackwings and against it. But for the most part, there is a decent amount of players who hate getting sacked by Whirlwind, myself included, so I would say Blackwings is in the some hated category. Next up is Gravekeepers. So Gravekeepers, I've never seen anyone complain about Gravekeepers. I think at most it was like one person, but you know, other than that, it's like not really. So I'm just gonna put it in nobody hates it. Next up, we got Lightsworns. So I do know a decent amount of Lightsworn haters, and you know, I get it. JD is annoying. Milling cards is annoying. You can get sacked by all the mills. So I'm gonna say some people hate it. Rescue Cat. Not many people hate it. I personally do because of Airbellum, but that's just me. I know a few who do hate it, but for the most part, not really. So I'm just going to put it in a few hate it. Next up is Quick Draw Plants. So Quick Draw Plants is a deck that is very fair and balanced at this point in the game, and nobody complains about it, so it's going into the nobody hates it category. Next up is Amaryllis. So Amaryllis, I've seen people complain about Amaryllis before, especially Titanial and the burn damage that Amaryllis does, which I understand. I mean, it doesn't really bother me as a Dragon Turbo player, but I understand for other decks, so I would say some hate it. Next up is Machina Gadget. So Machina Gadget, I don't think that many people hate this deck. From what I've seen, a lot of people enjoy playing it and playing against it. There are a few people who complain about like the gadgets being annoying, specifically Blackwing players. And there are a lot of Blackwing players, but you know, they don't make up the whole community, so I'm just gonna say a few hate it. So I'm gonna put it right here. Alright, so next up we have Machina Control. Similar to Machina Gadget, not a lot of people hate this deck. It's a deck that people are okay with playing against, or a lot of people like playing it. So, you know, same as Machina Gadget, it's going to go in the a few people hate it category. Next up, we have Hero Beat Stun. So Hero Beat Stun can be a deck that some people hate because of skill drain, and they also play cards like Thunder King Ryo and sometimes Oppression, which can be annoying, but not a lot of people hate it because it's not a very popular deck and it doesn't really win that much, so I'm also going to put it in a few people hate it category. Next up, we have Diva Hero. So Diva Hero is a deck that I don't really see a lot of people complaining about. Even back when it was very popular, it wasn't really a deck that people were like saying like, oh, I hate this deck. So I'm just gonna put it in nobody hates it. Next up, we have Chrysius Horn. So Chrysius Horn does receive a good amount of hate because of cards like Chrysia. I hate that card. I know some other people that do as well. They also hate it because of JD. The deck can sack you with the mills. So I'm going to say some hate it. Next up is Hopeless Vayu. This deck plays Norlaris, and it also plays Phantom of Chaos. So it automatically goes into the hated by most category. Alright, similar situation with Hopeless Dragon. Also plays Norlaris, also plays Phantom of Chaos. Two cards that are extremely toxic and a lot of people hate, so it's going into the hated by most category. Next up is Chainburn. So Chainburn, another deck that people hate. And thankfully, you know, it doesn't see a lot of play because I do think it's annoying. Despite it being a very easy matchup for me, I think it's a deck that can be quite irritating to play against. And you know, I don't blame people for hating this deck. I definitely think it belongs in the hated by most tier. Next up, we have Frog Monarch. Frog Monarch, I don't think people really hate this deck. It's a very balanced version of Frogs. It can be a bit annoying, but I rarely see people complaining about it. It's a slight bit here and there, so I'm just going to put it in a few hate it. Six Samurai, let's be honest here, nobody hates Six Samurai. The reason being is this deck isn't good and it's not very broken, and there's no cards that are worth like complaining about, so I think it's in the nobody hates it category. Alright, next up we have X-Sabers. So X-Sabers, in my opinion, are very annoying and I hate playing against X-Sabers. But you know, not everybody agrees. I don't think it's in the hated by most category. I know a lot of people who think X-Sabers are cool, they're fine. But you know, I also see people who hate them as well, so I'm just gonna put them in some hate it. Fish OTK. There's another deck that some people hate to play against because, you know, the deep sea fish that brings out 4 other fish monsters is annoying to play against. And this deck can OTK you in a turn with the Colossal Armory Arm OTK. So I do see this deck receiving a decent amount of hate. I'm going to put it in some hate it. Next up is Frog Combo. So Frog Combo is very annoying. Possibly the most hated deck in the format. It's not good, but this tier list isn't based on what's good. It's based on what's the most hated, the most toxic. So I would say Frog Combo is the most hated deck in the format. Their turns take like 20 minutes and you're just sitting there doing nothing. Alright, so next up is Gigavice. Gigavice, one of the newer combo decks in the format. It does receive a good amount of hate, and you know, I personally think the deck is cool, but most people don't agree, and I get it. The deck is very combo heavy. It's not your traditional Edison deck T-set pass. So yeah, I think this is hated by most deck. Next up, Dragon Turbo. So my personal favorite deck. I really enjoy playing Dragon Turbo. Most people don't. Most people hate Dragon Turbo, and I get it. It's also not a traditional Edison deck. It's a combo deck. It can draw your entire deck in one turn. It can OTK. So a lot of people do hate Dragon Turbo for this reason. So it does belong in the hated by most category. Next up is Very Pure. Nobody hates this deck. The deck doesn't really do anything crazy, really unfair. I guess Christia, but like, this deck is so slow that you can beat the deck before they even get an opportunity to summon Christia. And this deck isn't very popular, so it has like almost no hate at all. It's gonna be in the nobody hates it category. Next up is Disaster Dragons. I don't think that many people hate this deck. I haven't seen anyone really complain about it. It's not very popular, but when I see people get paired up against it or people mention it, I never see anybody talk bad about it. So, you know, I'm going to put it in nobody hates it as well. Next up is Diva Frogs. Diva Frogs, I think, are a bit annoying. I personally don't like playing against it, but it's not that bad. A lot of people don't hate it. A lot of people don't think it's like a toxic deck or anything like that. But I do see a few people that don't like it, so I'll put it in a few hate it. Next up is Blackwing Hybrid. So Blackwing Hybrid, if you basically hate Blackwings and Vayu, you really hate this deck because it combines both elements, like Black Whirlwind and Burial from a different dimension. And yeah, I personally don't like this deck. I think it's annoying to play against, but not everybody agrees, so I'm just going to put it in some hate it. So there you have it. This is my tier list on the Edison decks that I think are the most hated to the least hated. If you disagree with my choices, feel free to let me know why. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. This is Ghostwriter 15 signing out.